This video is how to access and administer TABE online tests. So in Google, if you type DRC Insight Portal, it should be at the top. Once you log in, you can access the tests by going to Test Management at the top, and then Manage Test Sessions. For the administration, pull down the TABE CLAS-E, C, and D. For the test, select the TABE CLAS-E and click Show Sessions. This will reveal all of the tests that have been downloaded onto this site. All of the applicable tests should be downloaded here. However, if not, you can always add a session, but I'm not going to go over those instructions right now. Those are found on the paper how-to copy. So once you scroll through here and find your test, let's say you want to give your student the 1D reading test. So you scroll through and you find the 1D reading. Click the View and Edit button right here. So to add the student who is already in the system to this test, you need to click Find Students and search for them. You can type their last name to make it easy for you. And once you find them, you can select them and then click this button to move them over to this box that is the students in session. If you need to add a student who is not currently in the system, you need to click New Student and add this info. You need the last name, the first name, the date of birth, and their gender. And then you can click Save. And after you click Save, that student who you just added should appear over here in this box. So once you're done, click Save. And then to print their test ticket, click this button that looks like a chart, the Edit or Print Test Ticket Status. These are the students' usernames and passwords for the test. So for your students, you can click whichever students are yours and press Print Selected. And this will give you something to print out that has their real names and has their usernames and their passwords. Or the second piece of paper, you can print this out, cut these apart, and give these to the student. So it's a little bit bigger, easier to read, that has their username and their password. So these will be the tickets to get them into their testing. When students take the test, they'll need a Chromebook and headphones, or they can go to the computer lab and test there. On the Chromebook, at the bottom, click Apps, and then DRC Insight. Click TABE, and then CLAS-E, C, and D. And type in the student's username and password. The username and password does not need to have the capital letters. Just type in the words. Once you're signed in, press Continue. This student needs to take 2 tests, the reading test and the listening test. The only 2 links you need to be concerned about are this one for reading and the bottom one for the listening. Do not do anything with the top 2 links. So once you click one, you can begin. Just follow the prompts. One important note for the listening test is that the program will not allow the student to progress to the next slide if the audio is stopped before it finishes completely. So the student needs to make sure to allow it to play all the way to the end in order to move on to the next question. After the students had finished testing and you want to print out their reports, once you log into the DRC Insight, should be on this home page, go up to the top at My Applications and select Report Delivery. And at the top tab, it says On-Demand Reports. For the report pull down, you can either choose their individual profile or their individual portfolio. So choose one of those. You can type in the last name of the student that just tested to find them easily, and click Find Students. And then on their name you can click the PDF button to open the PDF and print it out to keep in their folder. Of course, this person is not a real student at McDowell, so there's no data to print.